Greetings, everyone. This is March's Light Letter, and I'm welcoming you to a new Lunar New Year, the year of the fire horse, as the Asian cultures say. We also just went through an eclipse in February that was a partial solar eclipse in Aquarius, and that brings about some serious changes. And if you notice that within the last couple of weeks, if you've been through the eclipse, you'll notice that there have been some huge shifts in how you may feel, or you may have experienced some sort of emotional breakdown or an emotional or physical symptoms that may have occurred that tells you that you are doing a next level clearing. Now, I'm not an expert on those things. I only mostly go by how it feels in my body. So I did notice that I felt like I had a lot of emotional release. One of the days, now the days before the eclipse occurred, I had a lot of, I would say I felt very dreamy. But the day after the eclipse is when all of that dreamy energy that was accumulating in my body and making me feel a certain way, it released from my body. And that meant that I was emotional. I was extremely emotional. I stayed in my room mostly to myself. I went through what I needed to go through in order to clean and clear and heal the symptoms and to feel better. But this was not an easy one. I believe emotionally, this was probably, the most emotional I've been when I've gone through an ascension symptom. I really don't like calling them ascension symptoms, but that's what they are. They're symptoms that tells you that you are releasing, and that this is part of the ascension process. That's just the way it is. So you may get, if you're new to ascension symptoms, some of the symptoms may be what I just went through, extreme emotions. Some of the symptoms may be you feel like you have a flu, or you have a headache, or you have back pain, or you have body pain, aches, and then the next day or so, you're good. It doesn't last long. Mine usually lasts about 24 hours. That's how I know for sure it's an ascension symptom, because after 24 hours, I usually feel pretty good. Now, everybody has different ways of dealing with it. People have different things that happen to them. But for me, that's how I know that I'm releasing something pretty big. And it usually comes a few times a year, really big ones. I know we're getting them all the time as we're going through these healing processes and upgrading our bodies and our minds and our souls. But that one, when I'm talking about like that big, something that big, is what really triggered me to say, okay, I know this is an ascension. Is an ascension symptom. Now, the year of the fire horse means things are going to be rapidly changing. From what I understand from my guides, that we're going to have, it's like blazing through. So people are going to get more on board with the ascension process. There's a lot of people waking up to what's really happening in the world and starting to see, you see it through their TikToks, or you see it through their YouTube channels, or whatever it's happening, what they're posting. But for me, I've been on this path a long while, and I know that probably in a few years, 2 to 3 years, I'll be nearing the end of this ascension process. And if you are a light worker, or you're a star seed, or you're a gatekeeper, or a grid worker, whatever you are, and you know that this is what you have been tasked with doing, or you have contracted to do in this lifetime as part of helping to heal Gaia and humans, then you will notice that your symptoms may either be extremely strong right now, as you get to the close of this period of time before we move into the higher dimensions, or you may notice that you don't have many symptoms or many at all, or you may notice that you are now feeling like you are finished. You are finished with the symptoms, and now you are really actually working on expansion and taking in more light, so that, because we are getting to the bifurcation, the splitting of worlds has occurred. And I want people to really understand that this splitting of worlds, of the lower and the higher densities, has occurred. We are now in this bifurcation, this splitting of worlds. Either you have chosen to experience more light and move into a higher frequency, or you have chosen to stay in the lower realms. It is up to you. It is up to you. And this is something that we that the light workers, or the people that are doing the work, are trying to make it so that everyone can make it. It's difficult to see people left behind. And it's not something that that you can really control, because it is people's choices. Maybe people have decided, I'm not going to move forward. Their souls have decided, I'm going to stay on because I've got more work to do in this realm. But then there's others that say, I'm tired of reincarnating. It's time for me to move on. And in reality, you never really stop reincarnating, but you do stop. You can opt out of reincarnating onto this particular planet and going through the lower realms, because if you sometimes, not sometimes, but you will get to a point where you will say, I've reincarnated into these realms enough. I'm tired, and I'm ready I'm ready to move into the higher realms. Now this planet, Mother Gaia, I call her Mother Gaia Sophia, actually has many different realms on it, and people only see the 3D because of their programming. They've been programmed, and their attention has been shuffled. So we're going to move you into only seeing this realm, and that is the news that tells you the bad news and tells you the good news, really. Things that are going on around, that you hear from people that you know, or people you talk to. It's always something that is very depressing or down, or makes you feel like we can't seem to get up, we can't seem to come out of this. And so one of the things that you will have to do for yourself is make sure that your focus is on what you want to achieve. So I always say, where focus goes, energy flows. So wherever you're focusing your intention and your mind, because you are creator, you are creator energy, you are part of source, you are a spark of source energy. You are not some piece of whatever they have programmed us to believe in order to keep us into a slave society, or believing that you are nothing and that you have to rely on someone to come and save you. If your focus is on what you want, and you hold that focus intent long enough, you will definitely achieve it. All right? That is the law of the universe. That is the law. So again, I'm just saying that the fire horse is here to help you transmute that energy and to move quickly into the higher realms. And that's what we want. We want to move quickly. And the eclipse again was here to help you just shake off some of those deeper emotions, some of those deeper energies that don't serve you anymore and is keeping you from moving into the higher realms. So every time you go through these ascension symptoms, or you have these things where you feel like you're having emotional releases, even though it may feel bad, you may not feel good, you may feel tired. Oh, that's another one. Extreme exhaustion. I have to sleep for 2-3 days. These are symptoms that usually are pointing towards an ascension, especially if within a not so long period of time they're gone, and you're like, well, how could that? I'm not sure. But actually, it's an ascension. It is something that is coming to the surface that you need to release, and the universe is helping you to release it. Your guides are there to assist you. Always ask for the help that you need, and anything that you need help with, and it will be done. Now, to go on to what's coming up in the future here, I'm gonna say about May, that somewhere between the middle to end of April to May, we are going to have some beautiful energy coming in, and you just need to revel in that energy. Revel in that energy, feel the energy, feel the love, and feel the transformations that's coming, because August also offers more transformation, more eclipses. We are in about 2 years and a few months, I'm going to say 3 months, we are looking at a huge change where we will not be so focused on 3D anymore. We will literally be in the higher realms. If you're doing the work and you want to see these changes happen, we are so close. And actually right now, as I've been saying before, you should be feeling or experiencing higher realm energy, higher realm frequencies already. Of course, you're going to still hear about this and that happening, but you in your own life should be living a pretty peaceful life. Okay? Not saying that things don't come up and things don't happen, but on a regular basis, your life should be pretty relaxed, pretty beautiful. And if it's not, if it's constant chaos, then you need to focus yourself and start to create a life of peace and harmony, so that you can raise, so that you can rise, so that you can ascend. Okay, coming up in March, I will be out of town with my job on a business trip. I will be gone between the 17th and the 21st, so I will not have classes. I'll put that on the schedule. If you would like to choose a class, if you would like to choose a session, you can choose a session, or you can choose 2 sessions. It is up to you. I will be putting out that session today, and between today and tomorrow, I'm going to say. And once that session is uploaded and sent to your email, you can text me, or you can email me back, and I'll get back to you within that same day. Usually, unless it's late, I may get back to you the next morning. And I'll let you know if that session is taken. If it is, that's why I'm asking you if you can choose 2 to 3 sessions, 2 to 3 dates, 2 to 3 dates that you would like your session to be on, so that you don't have to keep saying, well, this session is taken, well, this session is taken, so that you can at least get locked into one. Sessions do go quickly. And I will do the best I can to always get everyone in. always get everyone in. If someone wants 2 sessions and all the sessions are taken, I will create a new session, and I will say, this is a good set. Here's another session that you can take. I'm always flexible, and I will do what I can in order to make sure that you have a session or that you would like, or you would like extra sessions. I want to say thank you so much for always choosing me as someone to help you to expand. And if I when I get a chance, I believe I'm coming up to where you can get 1 session and have 1 free, or you can get 2 for a certain amount of money. That's not too elevated. And I believe that last year, for a few months, I ran a sale where you get 1 session, you pay for the full session. If you choose a second session, it would be half off or at a fraction of the price. And that went very well. I got a lot of people that really loved that. But that would make it so that I would do, I had more available sessions. I created more morning sessions on the weekends, and afternoon sessions, and in the evenings, in order to accommodate everyone. And that went very well. And I just have to say, keep going with your ascension. We are closing in on some really, really wonderful times. We are getting to the end of a lot of the stress and strain. And those people who have chosen to stay on in third density, they may continue with their path, what they have chosen. But if you have chosen to get off this wheel, to be able to be in a much more beautiful world, then let's do this. We are getting so close. Even for myself, I have been, I do have stresses. Not saying that I don't, because I'm not all the way out yet. We're not all the way there. I wouldn't be here with you. But most of my days are pretty awesome, pretty beautiful. And I cannot stress that enough, saying, let's move on. Let's be able to surf these waves, get through them, even though it's exhausting. Because every time you go through an ascension symptom that's pretty rough on you, when you come out, you've leveled up, and you know the difference. You feel it. You can see clearer. Something changes, something switches, something turns on. The coding is ignited, and you do go through expansion, and you know it. So don't sleep on it. Let's get this going. And if you need help healing from some of the symptoms can be rough. Some people experience it for a longer period of time than a day, like I do. And when they run deep, sometimes it can last a bit, and it's difficult to get out of it. So I am here to help and to assist anyone in any way that I can. This is part of my job, and part of my contract on this planet is to help with healing, and I can do that with your emotions and help you to become free. So peace and love to all of you. Light to everyone, and so much healing. And I'll see you on the other side.